Hi, today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial, talk through makeup tutorial, where I do a look that's good for a job interview, just for work in general, or also to take like headshot type pictures, any type of professional, just a standard makeup look. I'm trying to work on my LinkedIn profile and get a marketing job right now. I'm gonna take a new LinkedIn picture, so that's kind of why I'm doing this look, and I was like, well, I might as well film it, do a tutorial. And I also haven't done a talk through tutorial in so long. Well, I don't really do tutorials, you know. I just kind of show myself doing the makeup and say what I'm doing, but I don't talk too in depth about technique and stuff. I'm trying to grow back my natural hair color. I'm doing darker brows now. I'm just using a brown eyeshadow, like that color. I also filmed myself dyeing my hair. I think I'm gonna add some more red to it, so it's more of a burgundy dark red color. I cut out my brows with concealer. I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer. I want to get esthetician certified and also get certified to do nails also at some point, but that comes later in my life, you know? Yeah, eventually I'd love to have my own makeup and nail space. I don't really use brow gel anymore. I like using this e.l.f. brow wax stuff. It's a clear wax, or kind of like a clear pomade. And I just put a little bit on my spoolie and just kind of like press the hairs down a little bit so they stay more in place. And I do try to brush them up. Okay, so for the eyeshadow, I'm gonna use this palette from Morphe. I use this shade right here, this light kind of orangey peach brown shade. I don't use a lot of eyeshadow for this look. So then I'm going in with this palette again. The same shade I used to fill in my brows, I'm using that to make the eyeshadow a little darker. And I just put that in the crease. I use this same palette, and there's this shimmer shade right there. It has a little bit of yellow and green almost tints to it, but I think it goes well with the peach and brown color. And so I just put that on my brow bone. And I put a little bit of shimmer on the lid as well, just a little bit. So now I'm just gonna take a little angled brush and use that same brow shade I used for my brows and just go underneath. I'm gonna use this brown eyeliner pencil. It's from the brand Essence and it's really cheap. I just leave the top blank. I don't put eyeliner on the top. And I am gonna apply lashes. I just use these ones by Kiss. So now I have my lashes on. As you can see, they're pretty natural. Nothing crazy. I just use a little bit of foundation, especially if you're working long hours. You want a more natural foundation look. I am almost finished with this. I'm so happy when I finish makeup products. This is the Clinique Roly Poly Rosy. I have to like scoop it out of here to get the last bits of it. So I'm just gonna apply it with a little brush because there's still a little bit left. But yeah, it just feels like such a big accomplishment to use a product up. I use Airspun still. I've had this Airspun powder since 2019. I do kind of bake a little bit. My parents got a puppy recently, and he's very yippy. He's some kind of like beagle mix. They don't really know for sure, but he looks like a beagle, and he looks like a beagle, but he has very light colored fur, like blonde colored, and then he has these little like speckles on him. He's so cute. Okay, for contour, I am just using this palette from the brand Pretty Vulgar. A lot of this makeup is probably discontinued, but I will try to link some of the stuff if it's still available. Some of the things I use still are around. And I use a small brush to do bronzer and contour, because if you use a bigger brush, it's just harder to control where it goes. So now I'm going to do a little bit more blush. I'm using the same palette, that blush shade right there. Not too much. And then I blend it out with whatever brush I was using for the powder. I like my highlight to be a little bit lighter than this, but I need to use this up, so I'm just gonna use it. So yeah, you can see now it looks like my skin is more dewy, even though it's completely matte underneath, but it has the illusion of dewy skin. But yeah, that's mostly the makeup. I just need to do lips. I still need to make a TikTok and short using these, because I got 3 different shades. If you know, you know. Sushy Glow. This is the most popular shade, the Bella Swan shade, but their lip tints have been going viral for a while, and they're good. They're good. It's by Makeup Revolution. That is the look. I have plans to be more consistent on this channel in the foreseeable future. My content isn't that great, but we'll see. We'll see if I can make some decent stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.